The H1B Guy here, and today the H1B Guy explores tech talent in the US and Canada in 2020. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube. It helps me to produce more content like this for you. I also wanted to mention the H1B Guy offers a variety of consulting services. If I can provide you peace of mind by helping you bridge the gap between your employer and your immigration attorney, please reach out. I'd love to hear how I can help you. I happened to stumble across this report a few weeks ago, and I've wanted to discuss this data here on this channel for a few weeks now. I'll be using two different sources, both from CBRE, that were released back in July of 2020. They're titled How Tech Labor Trends Inform Decisions and Influence Economic Growth in Real Estate in 50 US and Canadian Markets, as well as the 2020 Tech Talent Analyzer. It's a very compelling report considering it was developed by CBRE, a large corporate commercial real estate organization. The report includes a variety of data ranging from the number of talent in the market to data that calculates the overall cost of running a business in the market. Based on the Tech Talent Scorecard ranking, the top 10 markets in the US and Canada were 1. San Francisco Bay Area, 2. Washington, D.C., 3. Seattle, Washington, 4. Toronto, Ontario, 5. New York, New York, 6. Austin, Texas, 7. Denver, Colorado, 8. Boston, Massachusetts, 9. Atlanta, Georgia, and 10. Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. The interesting thing is that Canada has 4 metro areas in the top 16, but only 5 in the top 50. The Tech Talent Labor Concentration Report shows 4 metros in Canada in the top 10, including Ottawa, Ontario at 11.3% of the total workforce, Toronto, Ontario 8.8%, Montreal, Quebec 7.4%, and Vancouver, British Columbia 7%. The tech talent pool 5-year change by volume. The top 5 include 1. San Francisco Bay Area at plus 88,840 workers. Toronto, Ontario plus 66,900 workers. 3rd, New York, New York plus 41,291 workers. Atlanta, Georgia plus 31,960 workers. And number 5, Seattle, Washington plus 28,750 workers. And again, that was over a 5-year period. With Vancouver coming in at number 7 on the list, plus 27,500, and Montreal at number 9 on the list, plus 22,900. The educational attainment rate shows that the top 11 metros reporting above a 50% degree attainment, with Portland, Oregon coming in number 11 with a 50.7% attainment rate. The brain drain or gain is another very telling statistic. It shows that only 16 of the top 50 metros in the US and Canada experienced a gain, with Atlanta coming in number 16 at plus 647. That means that 17 out of the 50 metro areas experienced a drain of 1,000 or more. A CBRE key insight that was provided says, quote, the number of tech degree graduates was compared with the tech talent job creation in each market to determine brain gains or brain drains. Boston, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and Los Angeles produced more graduates than jobs and were the most drained markets, while the San Francisco Bay Area, Toronto, Vancouver, Seattle, and Atlanta gained the most tech talent. But the most telling statistic is the total cost, which is calculated by rent, the average wage times 75,000 square feet, plus the wage, which is average wage times 500 people. The top 5 highest cost markets were San Francisco Bay Area. Number 2 was New York, New York. Number 3, Seattle, Washington. Number 4, Washington, D.C. And number 5, Boston, Massachusetts. The 5 lowest cost markets were number 50, Montreal, Quebec. Number 49, Vancouver, British Columbia. Number 48, Toronto, Ontario. Number 47, Ottawa, Ontario. And number 46, Calgary, Alberta. A CBRE key insight that was provided here says fostering talent, quote, fostering talent data in lesser known and underdeveloped markets could offer additional talent pools to employers seeking to expand their geographical reach, uncover opportunities, and increase cost efficiency. These markets show potential and are spread across Canada, the US Midwest and South, and Latin America. I think it's pretty staggering to see that the top 5 lowest cost of doing business in the 50 major metro areas are all in Canada, with Jacksonville, Florida coming in at 45 on the list. Now, the good news. The US has 45 out of the top 50 major metro areas between the US and Canada as it relates to tech talent. It isn't all gloom and doom, but we do have to realize there is a shift happening. I'd be really curious to see a report that included data from all of North America. I'd be willing to bet that cities like Monterey and Mexico would be very competitive on that list. Large enterprise organizations want access to the best talent at the most competitive price. That statement can be made for commercial real estate as well. They want access to the best property at the best price. Yet, this concept of a borderless society due to the digital age is gaining traction, and I discussed that yesterday on the H1B Guy Unfiltered, round 3. What does that mean for the war on human capital? The one component of this report that I haven't mentioned is the average tech talent wage. I'm not going to get into specifics in the numbers, but they are very telling. If we were to compare the data here with what's being reported on the new H1B wage levels, we will see a significant discrepancy. Please check out this data. The links to the sources will be in the description below. I think you'll find it very interesting. Please let me know what you think about the top 50 metro areas for tech talent in the US and Canada. Do you live in one of them like I do? For the full post on the H1B Guy examines tech talent in the US and Canada in 2020, please check out the h1bguy.com. I wanted to mention that tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, please make plans to join me for another episode of the H1B Guy Live, unedited and unscripted Q&A 8. If you haven't already, please like this video. Please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube and click the bell for notifications. If you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my content. I just really appreciate your support. The H1B Guy, your global source for all things H1B.